In a small village surrounded by green hills and a river that sparkled in the sun, there lived a kind man named David. David was known in the village for his warm smile and big heart. He wasn't rich, but he was always there to help those around him, whether it was fixing broken things, offering advice, or just listening to those who needed a talk. Every morning, David would wake up early, make himself a cup of tea, and carry his bag containing his simple utensils and some food. He would wander around the village, visiting houses and checking the small market, looking for anyone who needed help. One morning, while crossing the wooden bridge over the river, he heard a faint crying sound. He followed the sound to find a little boy named Sammy sitting on the ground next to a broken pot. Sammy was trying to pick up the scattered pieces, his tears streaming down his cheeks. "What's the matter, little one? Why are you crying?" David said gently. Sammy answered in a broken voice, "The pot that my mother uses to fetch water is broken. I don't have the money to buy another one, and my mother will be angry with me." David smiled and patted Sammy on the head, saying, "Don't worry, son. We can fix it together." David sat next to Sammy and took out his tools from the bag. He began to clean the broken pieces and then carefully glued them together. When he finished, the pot looked like new. He gave it to Sammy and said, "Here it is. Strong as a rock now." Sammy jumped for joy and said, "Thank you, Uncle David. I will tell my mother that you saved me." The next day, David was at the market helping a vendor fix an old cart when Sammy's mother came carrying a plate of fruit. She said, "This is the least we can offer. Thank you for helping my son." David replied with a smile, "I don't help to expect thanks or gifts. It is enough for me to see the happiness on your faces." The days passed, and David continued to help everyone. Old Amy helped fix her door, woodcutter Mark helped carry firewood, and even the animals were not spared from his generosity. He fed the birds and took care of a little cat that lived near the river. But one day, David felt too tired to leave his house. He lay on his bed, wondering if anyone had noticed his absence. At noon, he heard a knock on the door. When he opened it, he was surprised to see a large group of villagers carrying baskets full of food and water. Sammy and his mother were in the front, along with old Amy, woodcutter Mark, and even the children he had helped before. "You've always been there for us when we needed you," Amy said. "Now, it's our turn to be there for you. Mom made you some hot soup, and I picked you some fruit," Sammy added excitedly. David felt tears of joy fill his eyes. "I didn't know that the love I gave would come back to me in this way," he said with a grateful voice. "Thank you all. You are my real family." A few days later, David recovered and went back to his daily rounds in the village. But this time, the villagers were ahead of him in helping others. Everyone learned from David that kindness is not expected in return, but always comes back in unexpected ways. The morale of the story: the kindness you give today will come back to you tomorrow in ways you can't imagine. The story teaches children the importance of giving, cooperation, and that helping others makes the community warmer and happier. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Tell us in the comments if you liked the story. This encourages us to always publish the best.